everyone. I'm here today with Coach Petersen from UNI Volleyball. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, do you want to get into some questions?
I would love to.
Perfect. So, first off, I just wanted to congratulate you for getting your 500th career win, which you got last week against Indiana State. How special of a night was that for you and your team?
I think a couple kind of eerie things, and I didn't realize this before we played, but Araj, who was obviously awesome here, and in my opinion, who started this program and the tradition that's been built here, actually got his 500th win at the same place, which I didn't even know that. But I think, I really didn't think about this a lot, but I think going into the locker room and just the response that our team had, it just allowed me the opportunity to just really, when it's the hustle and bustle of the season, you just don't have a lot of time to really reflect and do a lot of things. So I just really had a moment to just think about how many amazing, wonderful people have been a part of this tradition here at UNI, and that I've just been so blessed and to be able to be a small part of that. It's just, I talk about it a lot, that especially having Kim and Michelle here that have been a part of it in so many ways and for so many years, like we feel this sense of responsibility because there's so many people that have put their heart and soul and have been so selfless to put everything into this program. And so it's been a tradition that's been built by a lot of people, and I'm just extremely blessed to be a part of it.
So my second question for you is, you rank in the top 10 of active Division I coaches for winning percentage. And you've also been in the Sweet 16 2 times. What is it about your coaching style that has led to this kind of success?
I think, it's similar to what I said with the wins. It's just about the people that you surround yourself with, and it's getting student athletes that come into this program and buy into, first of all, it's something so much bigger than any one individual person. And if you don't have that, you're not going to probably have a lot of success. And we have extremely high expectations in our program, and it's not just on the volleyball court. So it's in everything that they do in life. And I think when you can carry that out through everything in your life, rather than we just care about doing well in volleyball and that's what we have to put our time and effort. But if they understand that it's more in everything that you would do in life, that we have those high expectations, I think it's more consistent. And so it's day in and day out, everything that we're doing. So it's kind of, in my opinion, been fortunately the byproduct of a lot of things that we believe in. I don't think we schedule in a way that we're going to have that kind of win-loss record, because we schedule really tough. We're not going for, we want to step on the court and win games, but we also want to be the very best that we can be at the end of the season. And we want to be challenged. We want to put our team through things that are tough and adversity, so that we know how to respond to that, not just on the volleyball court, but also in life in general.
Thanks. So you and the Panthers have won 8 regular season titles, and you've won the conference tournament 9 times. What do you and your team have to do to finish off the season strong before heading into the conference tournament?
Well, I think, we talk about this every year. A conference championship is definitely something that is always part of our mission year in and year out. But it takes a lot to be able to win a conference championship. And it's just part of it's the preseason and how you prepare yourself before you actually get into conference play. But I'm sure all conference coaches would attest to this. But the conference season is a grind. It is day in and day out having to show up, focused, prepared, and ready to play, because we're in a conference that anyone can beat anyone on any given night. And it's hard. It's hard to be focused and ready to go every single night. And it's weird to say that, but it is. It's a grind. And as a staff, we have to make sure that our kids are really fighting hard to get better every day. It's easy to get better at the beginning when there's a lot to get better at, but it's a little bit harder when you still haven't reached your potential as a team, but you have to fight through kind of the monotony a little bit, because it does get long, and also fighting through being complacent. And I think those teams that can not be complacent at this time of year are the ones that are going to finish strong and have that opportunity at a conference championship.
So my last question for you in regards to your season is, personally, your daughter Bailey is on your team, but you also have another daughter that's on Texas. How was it coaching one daughter but then playing against the other in your match against Texas?
Yeah, that was very interesting. It was one of those things you really weren't sure what to expect or how you would feel. And I do think I responded a little bit differently than I thought of. I thought it would be a really neat experience, and it was, but it was a little uncomfortable in the moment. It's one of those where you just want to be rooting for your kids, but you have a responsibility for a team that are like your kids, and obviously we're competing and we step on the court and we want to win. So it was a really kind of surreal experience. I kind of felt like a little bit of that time I was out of body experience and really wasn't sure how to respond to it. But it was really neat, and it was neat the way our team responded to it. I think the staff at Texas and the team at Texas really made it a special thing for Bailey and Sydney, which I thought was really neat. The opportunity for them to come back to our place next year. Obviously their coaches don't have to do that, but they're returning and getting an opportunity to bring Sydney back to her home state. So lots of wonderful opportunities. So really a very special experience for sure.
So now we're going to get into fun questions so our viewers can get to know you just a little better.
Okay.
So what is your favorite memory of volleyball as a coach at UNI?
Oh gosh. That is really hard. And I've been asked like favorite wins and different things like that. And I just think it's really hard to put into one specific thing that was the most special or the favorite thing. And I think just my favorite part about being a coach at UNI is just getting the opportunity to two things: bring in however many student athletes you have that year, and being able to develop them into the best possible team that they can be, and then also being able to see an individual from their freshman year until their senior year, and how the growth and development and the things that they've been a part of during their program and during their time have helped develop them. And then just obviously being able to see what they do when they leave and being able to keep in touch. And it's now more of a friendship in those situations. But I think, if I had to pick one match that really, I think there's two matches that stick out the most because I don't remember a lot of matches specifically, but these two I do. And one was when we were playing Minnesota to go to the Sweet 16 in the West Gym, and we were down 2-0, and we were able to come back and win. But it was that team and their energy, enthusiasm, but it was playing in the West Gym and having 2,100 people that were just so into it. That was really special. And then our match against Iowa State, when we had a sellout crowd and it went 3 hours long and ended up just being a knockdown, drag out street fight, in my opinion. But those are two matches that are special, but there's a lot of special ones in there for sure.
And then we're going to go on the player side. Do you have a favorite memory of when you were a player at UNI?
I think it's funny because most of my memories that stand out are more not on the court at all. And we had some amazing, wonderful teams and did a lot of great things on the court. But I just remember how special it was to feel a part of the team and feel a part of the tradition at UNI. And I think all of our road trips, there's so many funny, crazy stories. Some of them I probably can't say because it, puts people in a bad position, and not in bad ways, but just, it would be embarrassing for some people. So, but we had a lot of good road trips, a lot of great memories with a lot of great friends.
Then I have one more question for you, actually. So do you have any advice for young girls who want to play college sports one day?
I think the biggest thing is know that, first of all, you can do absolutely anything that you want. So if playing a college sport is what you want to do, I would first of all say go for it. But then just understanding that there's a lot of hard work and commitment and sacrifice that goes into that. Because I think, unfortunately, sometimes we just think we want to do something so it's going to happen. And it definitely doesn't happen like that. If you talk to any of the student athletes that are here right now, there's a lot that's gone into just being able to be here. And then once you're here, making sure you get the most out of that experience as well. So just making sure that every day you work hard and you go for it. And it's not just a dream and a wish, but it's something that you actually put intentional effort. We always talk about that. If you want something, you actually have to put intentional effort towards that. And I think that's one of the biggest things for kids nowadays to understand.